Yo, what the fuck is up, YouTube? What the fuck is up, Spotify? What the fuck is up, podcast app? What the fuck is up, whatever you listen to this on, man? It is me, back with your first one. This actually might be the second one. I recorded the first one, but I don't know if I want to talk about that subject or this subject. You know, it's kind of yin and yang, or they might even relate to each other. You know, you guys are going to get what you're going to get at the end of the day, because the other thing, you're not even going to know what it is. It might be scrapped. It might be episode 2. You never know. You never know. Well, good night, guys. Like good night, not as in like good night sleep, but it's 11:04 p.m. You know, I work at 9 a.m., but I'm still kicking it. I'm sitting down in bed, just chilling, man, watching this Warriors and Canes game. I never really watched basketball. You know, it was just on. You know. But today I wanted to talk about weight loss. Just something that really, I guess, I was going to say that I made my personality. Let me take a step back first. So, my name is Samuel Salazar. I am 21 years old. I was born in Houston, Texas. I live in Houston, Texas. My story is I went from 315 pounds to the lowest I've ever been was 173 pounds. And then I look really small because my head was really big. And I had a little body, so yeah, I had to put a little fat back on. Say a little fat because, well, it was fat. It got a little tone too. I guess the best I've ever looked was 185. So let's take you back to the story, man. For me, I wouldn't say I made it my personality losing weight, because I hardly bring it up. Oh, might got away from me. I hardly ever bring it up in a subject matter, or when people tell me, you got anything going on, or how's life been? You know, I'm not gonna be, I lost 140 pounds off the bat, man. I like to remain, I don't even like to say I like to remain humble, because it sounds like some of them people who say I'm humble, but they don't really be humble. Man, take it how you want it, man. I'm just not gonna let that roll off my tongue first time you meet me. You know, it's like one of them, like that's the ace up my sleeve. I kind of keep that to last. So let me think where I was, man. Cause this melatonin chewing me. I'm talking, laying down with my eyes closed on a microphone, man. Picture that. You ain't gotta be up in the studio to do no podcast, to do no chatting with your people, man. It started in 2019 September. 315 pounds. I started going to the gym because, you know, prom was coming up. There was multiple times beforehand where I tried to lose weight the wrong way, though. Mainly diet issues. Let's keep it real. I mean, I knew chicken was healthy, but I would dip chicken in ranch, or I would eat chicken and mac and cheese, thinking, there's no like French fries here, so I'm good. You know, I was misconcepted, miseducated. And the good thing about being miseducated is that, you can get educated. If you're miseducated, you can become educated. So there's always a growing factor in being stupid. You know, just if you're stupid, if you realize you're stupid, if you're mad you don't know something, man, you can always learn something. If you're mad you're broke, man, you can always make more money, man. There's always a better flip to it, you know. So, man, this starts 2019 September. I'm 315 pounds. I realize prom's coming up, and I think, man, I gotta bring a chick out. I gotta take a chick. I want to look good in tuxedo. I want to make sure that me and whoever I take to this prom is looking good, man. I start working out with a couple of boys, man. Their goal is to get big. My goal is to get little. We start kicking it day to day at the gym, getting it going, and you know, about after 3 weeks, you start losing water weight. You lose about 10 pounds in 3 weeks, and it's like, whew, you're down to 300 pounds. And seeing the 15 pounds shed down, you don't really notice it, you know, on the body. So whenever you kind of keep going, I say after a month, this is now October 2019, around Halloween, is when people you don't really see every day start noticing, like, hey, your face looks a little slimmer. And I believe hearing that and seeing results is a product of the hard work you put in. But that was enough for me to really grasp what I wanted and the vision and what I manifested. And what I really wanted was to be slim and be fit and be healthy, you know? I mean, I did want that prom girl thing, but even back then, I would say I was the ignorant high schooler mind, like, I'm gonna lose weight and get the chicks, you know, like what guy wouldn't think like that? And if you say you aren't, dude, you're lying, bro. You're lying, bro. 'Cause that's, you know, man, it's guy nature, you know. So I started losing weight. People started telling me, people started noticing, and that was enough for me to really keep going. So we get to skip a couple months, and I'm still on the weight loss. I'd say I lost about 40 pounds right when COVID struck us. So February 2020, when you know, the spring break, and then you get sent out around there, Marchish, early March. Let's just say early March, spring break. COVID hit us. You leave my senior year, no prom. So I'm like, damn, what I really wanted to lose weight, that goal is out the window. At this point, I'm goalless, but I'm down 40 pounds. It's like getting kicked out the house, but you still got a car. You know, it's like that. That was the only metaphor I can kind of relate it to. So COVID strikes, and like the mass amount of people who can kind of relate to this, if you're in a weight loss situation right there, you're kind of stagnant. You got no gym. The diet's not as good as it should be because, you know, grocery stores ain't really... You know, I mean, they were open. I mean, now that I'm looking back, I mean, I kind of didn't have a reason to kind of fuck off, but I was kind of fucking off using it as an excuse like everybody did. Don't lie. There's people still, man. I sometimes I go into a public place, like a restaurant. I say, hey, is y'all's restroom open? Nah, COVID. It's like, oh, all right, man. But, you know, man, I always wonder when the COVID excuse is going to run out, but man, I think people are going to hold on to that for the next 40 years, man. And after, when did COVID start dying down or stop being so like you don't have to wear a mask or you can finally go to a gym? I would say late 2020, like a Thanksgiving 2020, the gyms finally kind of opened up in my area, so I got back into the gym and had to find the groove again, man. And everybody knows when you're trying to get back into the groove, when you had a groove, it's like chasing the dragon, man. It's like chasing the first high, you know. They always say you're never gonna get higher than the first time you did, man. And when you try to find that groove, I think that's what really like fucks me up. A little bit of self-reflection right here, man. But trying to get in the first groove you ever had, or trying to get into the old groove, it's kind of like realizing, man, things ain't gonna go to how they used to be because things keep moving. Life changes, life revolves, and you ain't gonna have the same groove because you in a different era in your life. And I never really realized that. But I was trying to do the same exact things, do the same things with an already kind of evolved body. I would say around, like I said, I started losing weight around September 2019. So this was, around September 2020, November 2020. So a year later, I was down like a cool 60 pounds. A cool 60 pounds in a year. You can definitely do more, you know. But 60 pounds in a year for me was like, holy shit. Like, I've been big my whole life. My family's big. You grow accustomed to eating habits, and you're like, dude, this is amazing. And being able to break those eating habits, being able to break just bad habits in general, bad health habits. Let's just say that. Like coming home and there might be a pizza 3 days in a row. And I'm not talking leftovers 3 days in a row. I'm talking straight bread, wings, pizza, like bread rolls, fresh 3 days in a row, like ordered 3 days in a row. And I mean, growing up, that's all I knew, man. I didn't know anything about nutrition. And I'm not a big nutrition macro type. I don't track my macros. I just kind of eat if it looks clean. But I still have my indulgent days or indulgent weeks, let's say, now that I've gotten fit, a little bit more fitter, you know. So COVID, let's get back to where I was. I'm gonna trains tracking off. Get back to where I was. There was a a moment to where I caught a groove, that second groove. I got that second win, that second era. I went down from losing 60. I lost around 137 pounds. I went from 60 to 137. You do the math. I'm not even gonna sit here and do the math, man. My both my hands is behind my back. I got the mic hanging from the dresser, man. I'm chilling. I'm chilling with my eyes closed, talking, man. And I was around 185, and that's when I looked peak. I looked peak at 185, and it was real. Like, I felt so good. I felt so happy. Like, I did it, and that was my issue. I got comfortable. I got too happy, and my goal was, okay, I got to 185, but I looked skinny. I did look skinny, but the bulk up was supposed to come. It was supposed to come ready naturally and everything, ready to go, but started living life, started drinking a little, eating the stuff I normally wouldn't eat on my diet, on my 2-year longish diet, man, or maybe a year longish diet. And you start living the life that God gave me, man. You know, I mean, maybe God didn't want me eating mozzarella sticks dipped in ranch, smothered in freaking buffalo sauce, but you know, I was just living, man. Let's just say that I was just living. And you know, the gym was there. It was mainly just lifting around. Like, when my friends would come into town, we just mess around and get a lift in, just to chat up, man, just to catch up. It wasn't nothing major. I wasn't really focused. I wasn't focused on it. Let's just say that my mind had shifted to different things. And then flash forward to, that was 2021. Around 2022, that's when I was doing all this, like, living, maybe drinking, going out to eat a lot. And then flash forward to now, I say about a year ago I was 185. And fast forward to today, in April 27th, maybe April 26th, I don't know if it's midnight yet, 2023, I'm a cool 220. 218, maybe 216, bounce between 215 and 220s. But you know, I'm not mad at myself. I'm not gonna kick myself. You know, you definitely look a little bigger in the mirror. Your face is a little bit bigger. But I mean, if we big, like Vince Staples said, man, if we big, we big. If we fat right now. If we little right now, man. What we gonna do? Be mad? Can't be mad at something you did to yourself. You know, if you put yourself in a certain predicament or situation, who you gonna be mad at? You're gonna be mad at yourself. That don't mean you gotta kick yourself when you're down, man. And that's one thing I'm working on, man. I was gonna say I'm getting better at, man. I'm still working on it, man. I kick myself when I'm down. Like, I mean, it just happens. You know, there's moments where, we all be having that doubt. But now I'm trying to get back in that groove, trying to find a third groove in my life, which, man, I've been searching for about a year now, man. I ain't gonna lie. But now I realize, like, maybe that groove ain't gonna come in about 2 years, and I don't want to be 2 years maybe back to 300 pounds again, because I was waiting for a groove to come along, or waiting for some motivation to come along, man. I just don't think that's the way to go about it. So now it's like, I'm gonna get back in this health stuff, man. That's my goal. I wanted to do more of these podcast stuff to kind of get checked in. I'll probably do it twice a week, maybe 3. Honestly, I might, it's gonna sound crazy, but I might record one every day just to get my mind out there, or just kind of dump it to my mind, man. That's gonna wrap it up. I don't really want to go over 15 minutes. It's like 14:09 right now. Man, I love you guys. Let's keep spreading one love. I feel like the only thing that goes up in this world is bad stuff. Let's spread love, man. When I want you to listen, when you listen to these, man, I want you to feel a hug, man. I want you to feel love. I want you to feel like, okay, I can email this dude and ask him a question on my show and not feel judged. He's gonna answer it with some comedy. He's gonna give you some love. He might tease you a little bit, man, but that's what friends do. That's what brothers, that's what sisters do, man. And like I said, I want you, when you listen to the show, I want you to feel your soul just get flushed out, man. Get flushed out. That sounded real demonic, I swear, man. not flushed out, man. I want your soul to be lathered in some warm, fresh out the dryer covers, smelling like lavender, man. I want you to feel something. Leave here with little motivation. Leave here with some inspiration and actually use it, man. I'm guilty of getting inspired and just letting it live up in my head. And that's something I don't want you guys to do. Because I've been doing it for years now, man. But now I feel like it's finally time to put my backpack on and get going, man. Because I know, man, I got a story, you got a story, she's got a story, the dude up the street's got a story, the dude that works in the gas station got a story, the dude that's picking up my trash has got a story, my English teacher got a story. The point is, man, everybody's got a story. Everybody need to be heard, even if they talking that mumbo jumbo, man, and I'm here for that, man. So in one of these up and coming episodes, I'm gonna have the Instagram maybe linked up with a DM. Nobody really does email anymore, but the email it'll be there. It'll have like where to reach me and stuff like that. I want to take like phone calls too once the following starts getting bigger, and I have a vision for it. Hey, you don't want to spill everything, because man, anybody can listen to this with a bigger following and just jack my stuff. I like to say, like, I feel big things coming, but I can just say that. Say if I say this, I record this, and I never put out another one, it'll just be contradicting to everything I just said. That's exactly why I'm putting it out there, so we can all, like, you guys have some motivation and inspiration, and I have a reason to keep going. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, guys. I do work tomorrow, so hey, y'all have a good night. I love y'all, and no matter what, man, keep it rocky. Keep it rocky. Keep it rocky. Keep it rocky. Keep it rocky.